Hello, my name is Amber. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are about to get woke. School is in session. Thank you, and you're welcome. If you hear any background noise, it's raining pretty hard here, and I'm outside in the garage. I was researching into the vaccine for the virus. I found some good news for those of us that fear the vaccine will be forced upon us. Supplies of the vaccine will be limited at first. There are distribution challenges ahead. The vaccine must be stored at super cold temperatures, which makes it difficult to deliver to many places. The supply will be limited to 50 million doses at first, but 1.3 billion available by the end of 2021, which is not good. But that does buy us, some non-vaxxers, some time. Groups that are high risk for the infection are likely to get priority, such as healthcare workers and older adults. Unfortunately, they will also be the first guinea pigs. Pfizer launched a new trial on children as young as 12, but not on children younger than 12 as of yet. Please be advised that people in China, England, India, Singapore, South Korea, and Thailand, they're starting to test them on those people. There is no data about whether a vaccine will stop asymptomatic spread of the virus. So with truth in plain sight, even with the vaccine, you will still be required to wear your mask. Do not be deceived. I was talking to a fellow YouTuber recently. She believes the vaccine will cause people to go sterile and then get sick. I agree. In fact, the universe, our divine creator, led me to an article from October 2017. HCG, found in World Health Organization tetanus vaccine in Kenya, raises concerns in the developing world. The article is written by 7 different authors, so you know they did some research into this. The article basically states that in 1993, WHO announced a birth control vaccine for family planning, but they tried to pull it off as a tetanus vaccine only. The WHO mixed HCG, a pregnancy hormone, with the tetanus vaccine. The WHO should have called it the abortion shot. When tetanus is mixed with HCG, it causes pregnancy hormone to attack the immune system. Expected results are abortions in females already pregnant or infertility in recipients not yet impregnated. Repeated inoculations prolong infertility. In Kenya, there was a large vaccine agenda to stop tetanus, but it was really used to make women sterile. The Catholic Church publications started to appear saying an abortion vaccine was being used as a tetanus vaccine. In November 2014, there were independent Nairobi labs that tested samples of the tetanus vaccine. They forced half the sample contained the HCG hormone. Another test that was performed by the Catholic doctors also found the same results of half the samples having the HCG hormone. So to sum things up, the tetanus vaccine was a front for population growth reduction, aka population control. You know, it's funny, the World Health Organization still claims the tetanus vaccine in Kenya is safe. Yeah, I guess that is true. If the vaccine does not kill the woman, keeps her from getting tetanus, and keeps her from ever bearing children. But most women and men eventually want to have children at some part in their life. I want to change the subject now. When I was a child, I saw planes that sprayed for mosquitoes. In fact, the news would announce that at the beginning of every mosquito season. If the aerial spray missions were to kill mosquitoes, why did I get huge welts on my body when I went outside at dusk? Evidently, the spray did not work, but as a child, I never pondered or asked any questions. The United States Air Force, or USAF, has been using aerial spray missions since 1973. However, aerial spray capability was developed in the early 1920s. Aerial spray applications must be performed at extremely low altitudes to be effective. In the 1990s, melathion was sprayed by planes in Pasadena, California. Officials say the spray was safe and it was used to kill Mediterranean fruit flies. Was it really? You know, I just had to research this for you. Thank you, and you are welcome again. Malathion is used to treat head lice, but this is supposed to be for fruit flies. My BS meter started dinging. Ding, 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 ding. Side effects of malathion: difficulty breathing, chest tightness, vomiting, cramps, diarrhea, watery eyes. We're starting to sound like a drug commercial here, people. Blurred vision, salivation, sweating, headache, dizziness, loss of consciousness, and last but simply not least, death. I am officially calling BS on the officials, whoever they may be. I'm willing to bet there was less lice infestations during all the open casket funerals in Pasadena in the 1990s. I also want to make another bet. The school head lice count was dramatically lower. So you see, there's always a plus to every minus. I live in Ohio, and they are starting to close down some schools because of the virus. Groveport Madison High School closed its busing down because one of the bus drivers got the virus. Mayfield City Schools, they have at least 24 staff members in quarantine. Mentor High School, Painesville City Local Schools, Wycliffe School, Willowby East Lake School District, Brecksville Broadview Heights Middle School has some, sorry, I take notes, students quarantined but not going into remote learning there. Most of these schools are located in the northeast part of Ohio, up around Cleveland. Comment down below what state that you live in and what schools are closed in your area because of the virus. Let's keep the line of communication information open. In states such as Oklahoma, Illinois, New Mexico, and Michigan, there are mandatory curfews. In New Jersey, specifically Newark, they have an 8 p.m. curfew. In Chicago, customers must pick up or dine outside of restaurants. Can you see a second shutdown in all the states coming? I can see it coming. For all of you newbies that have just become spiritually awake, this one is for you. In 1932, the Public Health Service, they worked with the Tuskegee Institute. This study involved 600 black men, 399 with syphilis, and 201 who did not even have the disease. The study was done without, let me repeat, without the patient's consent. The study went on for 40 years. The men that had syphilis were not properly treated. They could have been treated with penicillin, but they were not. These men ended up spreading the syphilis to others, and many people became sick and suffered because of this experiment, which was highly unethical. The experiment was finally stopped in 1972. This is another example of population control. On a positive note, the participants and families sued. In 1974, a $10 million out-of-court settlement was reached. The U.S. government promised to give lifetime medical benefits and burial services to all living participants. Oh, how nice. In 1975, wives, widows, and offspring were added to the program. The last study participant died in 2004. The last widow receiving the benefits died in January 2009. There are 11 offspring still receiving medical and health benefits. Do not be deceived. Our CDC continued to push for testing on the Tuskegee experiment. They wanted to continue even back in 1969. If our government and the CDC were not exposed, the testing would still continue today. There's something I want to explain to you that I found on the internet from, I think it's the Vaxxed website. I didn't make this up. I tried to draw it the best I can. I already knew a lot of what was going on. I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to try to explain it. I don't know how well you can see it. So basically, at the top of the New World Order, it's UNICEF, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the World Bank, the donor country governments, research agencies, private sector partners, vaccine manufacturers, civil society organization, implementing country government, and it goes on to WHO, which is the World Health Organization, and Gavi. These are the New World Order companies you need to be aware of. So, with that being said, please like, subscribe, and follow. Be the frequency that you want to have in your life, and stay woke.